Hello and welcome to taik18. In this video, we are going to cover the results of SQL challenge which we have added in our website. So we'll just cover the first topic of the SQL server. So for that, let me share my screen and I will also navigate how you can go from my website into other details. As you can see, this is my website, and once you're logged in, on the top you can see the courses. So once you click on that, you will get all the list of available courses for you, and from there you can select this challenge. If you're taking up the SQL Server Beginner Challenge 1, then you can click on this one, which is available for free now. And I'm thinking about the other courses to be at a very cheap price or at a low price, or at least it can be free itself. So click on continue, then this will give the list of available challenges what I have. If you're not sure about SQL basics, and also if you don't know about where you need to install all these things, then you can just click on this introduction to SQL. So it will just give you the list of what is the SQL Server and from where you can get this SQL Server Management Studio, Azure Data Studio in order to run these kind of exercises. And also where to get the databases. So I have given the link here, which is a famous Azure SQL Adventure Work database here. All right. To begin with, we have split it into different categories here. One is data manipulation and SQL, and then joining tables, filtering, sorting, grouping, working with functions, subqueries, and views, and create tables and keys. So there are good amount of exercises which I have given up here. So we'll try to cover one by one here. So what is the first challenge? The first challenge is write a SQL. Let me zoom this browser itself. So if I click here, zoom. Let this be 150. Yeah, this looks good. So write a t-sql script to select only the following column from dim product. So I have these number of columns. I just need to copy this and paste here. This is my SQL Server Management Studio, and I have connected here to the Adventure Works now. And then let me minimize this so that we can focus on this part. So on the bottom we have, let me zoom this to 150. All right. So or else I can also increase to 200. Yeah, this looks good. So what they have given up here is select these columns, right? So even though I have just given the pipe here, instead of pipe, we need to use the comma bits to separate the columns here. So this is the one, select star from these things. From which table it is mentioned on this one, it is from dim product. Yeah, it has to be from dim product. So select, that's the keyword. So all the keyword which is the functions available on the SQL, it is good to cover that in the capital letters. And also you can see once you type that one, it will convert this into blue color. So which means it's the keyword here. So at the end, it is good to create a colon, which semicolon, where you can differentiate that the query is end here. So if now we need to click on execute or control E or F5, any of them will work. It is also recommended to just select the query what you want to run, because if you have a multiple queries, then it will run everything. Sometimes if you also return a delete statement, then it will be crucial for you that it can delete all your data. So it is good to select the particular part of your query and then click on execute. So this is the one which is has loaded. So I just need to copy this result and then I can paste the result here and then click on submit my assignment. So it will just submit it to me and then I can just validate your assignment how it has done. So that this is the demo. So this is the process we need to do for the challenge 2 here. All right, let me copy this here, paste on this and submit assignment. That's it. Now it is seeing as under review here. All right, what is the next one? The next one here is the SQL Server statement custom name. So write a t-sql script to select only the following column from dim product and change the English product name to product name. So product key, English product name, and then color, size, and model name. So this column names are same, except only for English product name, I just need to rename it manually. So as you can see the result here, which is showing up at the bottom of my screen, here also it's showing a product key and English product name. So instead of that, I just need to change that name to product name. But if I directly convert this into just product name and execute this one, you'll see this actually giving the error here box and also giving a message that invalid column name product name. It means the column name is not available on the table. So English product name is available, but if you want to give any additional name as per our preference, then we have to, after the column name, we have to give a space and then use as, and then you have to give the name of your choice. Here in this case, we just need to give product name. So it's a kind of, we are calling someone with other name, right? So that's the kind of alias name. So select product key, English product name as product name, and then other columns here. So if I run this one now you see the result here, product key and product name has, even though behind the scene it's actually the English product name, but here we are used here to be product name. This looks good actually while reading the information here. So that's the one, because this is actually applicable for the application development for the backend team. But for the end user, English product name doesn't look nice. So just the product name looks feel good, so that we can convert this in our view here. So that's the one of the reason whenever I used to talk about accessing your relational databases in Power BI. So I recommend to create a view and then we use it in Power BI so that we can rename it whatever columns we want, and then we can use it here in Power BI. So that's also one of the best practices here. We'll talk about how we are going to create a view in the later part of this quiz. All right, let me copy this here and paste this challenge and then click on submit. All right. So next thing here is insert data. That's the cool thing. So write a t-sql script to insert the following record in dim product category. So let me copy this statement from dim product category. So this is done. And then he's saying up here is dim product category. So I need to insert a record. So first of all, in order to check what is the data it is available on the dim product category, so select star from dim product category, which is I will copy from here and paste this one and then execute here. So now you can see we have the following column, dim product key, category key. So if I just take up this to the top, because so that I can compare it here. So we have a product category key. I don't have that actually, because I will show you that. So here they are given about product category alternate key, and then they have also mentioned about English product category name, which is here. And then they have also given the French product category equal to cars and Spanish equal to cars. Okay, so they are given English, French, and Spanish. The column is not in proper order, but still the column names are available. But here they have not given the column name for product category key. What might be the reason? So in that case, you have an option about we can directly use that. There may be various reasons for that. That it can accept a null values on the column, or it can have a kind of integer keys, automatic generation of primary key on that one. So multiple things are there. So in order to look for what is exactly happening inside to that table, then we can just have a SQL function which we called as sp underscore help, and then if you select this one sp underscore help and after that the table name and execute this, then this will give the list of available options for that particular column. And here, as you are beginner, so you need to understand a little bit here, and which is showing up here, the product category key, which is not mentioned on the query here on the question of the quiz. If you see this one, this is the product category key, and it has given up here null equal to no. So like I mentioned, there may be chances of null, but actually they are saying that there should not be any null value. So in that case, it has to have some value. So what it can be? So here also we have another one, which is identity product category key, seed equal to 1, increment equal to 1. So it means it is going to automatically add one record even if you are not going to pass any value here. If you even pass any value, then it's not going to accept because it is going to automatically add that value here. So that's the reason it's showing up here identity column, which means it will increase one by one here. That's what it's showing up here, increment to be 1. Right. And then if you just even scroll down further, then you can also see the index key is also added here to sort those values. And also there's a primary key added for this product category key here. So this is just for your information about to understand how these things works, but we will cover some of the things later on in the session so that you can also understand furthermore. All right, to insert into a table, what we need to do. So here we can hard code those values. So which is I'd like to use the insert into and then dim product category key. And after that, we need to specify the column name and as well as the values here. So here I'd like to give the bracket and then let's copy the column names here. Here I just given alternate key. Okay, alternate key and then English product cars and after that we have a French, and after that we have a Spanish. So we have mentioned these column names and then close the bracket, and after that it has to be used values. That's the keyword we need to use, and then we need to pass the value which is informed here within a bracket. So if it is a number column, then we don't need to use double quotes. We can directly type here 5, which is here. And after that, we have a cards. So this is a text value. So for that, we need to use single quote and then cards. Similarly, we need to use the same because we have given the same name for French and Spanish. I have not converted the name. So I just given it for this example. So close this one, and this is done. So even though the order sequence, if you look into the result of this table, dim product key, it is key, alternate key in the English, Spanish, and French. Whereas here, we have neglected the key, that's fine. We have alternate key, English, French, and Spanish. The French and Spanish is switched between the select statement here and also from the actual table structure. So it doesn't matter the actual table structure, how it is. If you have passed the value in sequence and similarly you have passed the actual result here, then it will automatically apply those changes here. So if you select these things and then let me execute this. All right, it's giving me an error about it's not going to insert because this alternate key cannot insert duplicate key in this category. So duplicate value is 5. So the value which I passed here 5 is not going to accept in that column. So let me just select this one. It's good actually we are getting errors, so we can also look into why this is showing up errors here. That's cool. So here you can see we have a value 5 and that's the reason it's already available there. It's not going to accept that value here. And how it is showing up the error. So it's because if I run again this help SP help dim product category, now you can see on this particular thing, which is on this product category key, we have a clustered unique primary key located in primary column category key. And also here in the category alternate key, we have a unique key located on the primary key. So this is actually mentioned about index on this product category alternate key, which is reference to this one, right? And unique means it's not going to accept more than one value of the same thing. So 5 is already available there, so it's not going to accept 5 again. So we had to change it something else. So let me change this to 6, and then we can run this one now. So not here, you actually had to change here. All right, so selecting all these things and then execute here. Now one row affected, it means it's accepted here. And if I run this again, the select statement, now you can see we have the value of the 6 and cars actually fine. And in the product category key, it has actually taken up here 9. So the sequence actually, it automatically does those values here. Now you may think about it's there is a value available 7 and now we inserted one record. So why it is not showing up here 8? The reason is because the recent error which we have got when we run this before changing to 6, previously it was 5. So once you run on this one, it actually taken up that also consideration of the product category key as of 8 for that. But even though we have some different errors, that's why it has not accepted that. But 8 was already stored on that primary key behind the scene. And the second time when we add up that, then it's going to change this to be 9 here. But let me tell you another example. If I run the same thing, even with the 6 value, actually it has to give me the error. Yeah, it's giving me error. Now if I change this to 7 for this, and let me change this to van, and then copy this here, vans here. So it has to run. So let it be fine, no issues on that. So select here and then click on execute. Now it is one row accepted here, affected, and then if I run this application, now this time it has to be 11, right? Because we have after 9, we have one error which is 10, and then the clear one which is 11, which is showing up here. That's pretty cool. Hope you got this information clearly. So we need to copy this here, but actually as per the statement, we had to pass this statement. Okay, if the number is changed here, I will accept this one because it actually the way how you are going to write that is the matter most. So if we have a two, right now we have a two statement here, so that's why. So we can just use, we'll copy again the second statement here and then we'll submit the assignment. Okay, so here another one, write a t-sql script to insert the record in the dim subcategory table. So similarly, we have these options, copy here and then paste on this one. All right, so here they are asking about to insert a record and dim subcategory. So let me add it here at the bottom of this one and drag this to the bottom. All right, so copy this one to just check how the table is. Select star from dim product subcategory. So we can see it here. We have a subcategory key and subcategory alternate key, and then English, Spanish, French, and finally we have a product category key. All right. So write a statement, write a t-sql step to insert one record in the dim product. Okay, that's it. So we need to copy this here and paste. And we have alternate key equal to 38. Just checking if 38 is available or not. Yeah, 38 is already available. So we need to use a different name here. And also we have a logo. Logo is also there. The name doesn't matter, but this maybe have a kind of unique key. But before that, it is good to check, select SP help. And then if I execute this one, then we can see how this works. And here also you can see the subcategory key is not nullable, nullable equal to no. And here also we have a seeding of increment one, which is it's going to insert that key here. And also the alternate key, which is the index key showing up here, it has a unique key constraint. So it's not going to accept that like we have seen before. So we'll use this insert subcategory and then product subcategory alternate key. And after that, English alternate key and French and then Spanish. So we'll copy the same thing. And instead of logo, I'd like to use here cards banner, for example. You can also have a space here, but it has to be within single quotes here. And then what we need to pass, instead of 38, we need to pass a different number here, which has to be 39 in our case. And we also mentioned our product category key equal to 4. The product category key equal to 4. That's it. So we need to pass here comma 4. And then we also need to mention this product category key at the end of this one. So the sequence, how we are mentioning the column name, it has to be pass the same sequence of the value here. So selecting this statement and then click on execute here. Even if you miss some of the columns, like I will show you later. So one row affected here and then select star from dim product subcategory. So at the bottom, you can see we have a row number 39 and these are the values here. That's cool. So if you miss any of the column here, for example, product category key, and then I will left this here also the 4. So let's give this here 40. Let's see how this works. So click on execute now. It's even one row accepted here. If I run this here, and at the bottom you can see it has accepted this 40 cars banner, and here product category is showing up here now. The reason is because if I run this one, product category key, it may accept null here. Yes. So null level equal to yes for this product category key. That's the reason. But if you miss something on these columns, it's not going to accept it. I will show you that. So let me change this here to be 40. And this here, we'll just remove the French name from here. So this has to be removed from here. And I think looks good. Yeah. So if I run this one, let's see. It's giving error, cannot insert the value null into column this one, table advanced host column. So it is clearly defining that column does not allow null value, insert fails. So the error description is pretty much clear so that we can clearly understand what is the problem with that. So let's quickly undo this and then I will like to add this information. Yeah, we have the statement. So copy this statement here into this and then submit assignment. That's it. And then we have update data. That's good one. So write a t-sql script to update the following record in dim product category table for item created in previous challenge. So you can pick the value manually. Select category alternate key equal to same as product alternate key. English product category name equal to Larry and Spanish category name equal to Larry and French equal to Larry here. So it is actually want us to change the name of the previous insert statement. So from dim product category, the recent updated one is a cars. So for the cars, it is asking to replace the value to lorry here. Okay, so in order to update that statement, so we need to use update. That's the kind of function. The purple is also basically the function itself. So update, and then let me paste here dim product category. So it is asking about write a t-sql statement to update the following record in dim product category table for item created in previous challenge. So you can pick the value manually. It means you can pick the value manually here. So here the product category key is a main primary column. So can pick the value from here. So 9 is that one. So update dim product category, and what are the columns they're asking us to update? So product alternate key equal to the same. Actually, we need to leave that same as product category key. So same as product category key actually. So it's not going to leave. It's actually we need to use 9 and we have to update the 9 here. Okay. So in that case, update dim product category, and we need to use set statement, and we need to pass column value with the comma separated thing here. So product category alternate key equal to product category key. I'm just referring to for the previous column here. And then I need to use the comma. So we don't need the pipe here. After that, English product category name equal to lorry. That's fine. And then we need to use comma. Spanish equal to also lorry, and also the comma French equal to lorry here. So if you execute this statement, this is where you need to consider more cautious here. If you do this one, then it's going to update every single row of that table. This I have done many times in my early stage of my SQL Server. So here, the main thing which we need here is a where statement, where product category key, which is the primary key, equal to 9, which I need to pick up manually here, equal to 9. So this is really important thing. We need to filter the where data. So what we need going to update or delete that. So selecting this statement. So before even executing this, I recommend to read one or two times how you have written here, because update deletes are really crucial thing here. If you don't have any backup, then it's really worse. So update dim product category, set this column equal to this column. I'm referring to another column here. And then English product category name equal to lorry, Spanish, French equal to lorry, where product category equal to 9. So let's take a screenshot of this, how it is there before, so that we can compare easily. All right. And then select this one and execute here. So one row is affected. If I now run this table again, so now we have lorry changed here. So let me bring up the I don't need the outlook here. Okay, so we have this here. Let's bring this to be on the top here. If I zoom this one, so previously it was 9, and then it was 6 here, and it was cards, and now it is showing up 9 equal to 9, and then lorry. That's fine. This is how the SQL statement works for update. And let's copy this, paste here, and click on submit assignment. And after that, we have final thing, which is delete statement on the data manipulation thing. Write a t-sql step to delete the last record in the dim product category table. You can pick the value manually. So we need to delete the last record. So we can pick the value manually. That's the requirement. We don't need to calculate the last one. We can directly pick the thing manually here. So in our case, the manual last record is the 11. So we can delete this one. So how we can done? So we can use the delete product category, where product category key equal to 11. So delete from product category key, where product category equal to 11. So I'm just passing the value manually here. So we can also delete it 9 if you want. There is no issue on that, because we are going to specifying that which row it has to delete. So delete from product category from this table, and where product category equal to 11. So execute this one, and one row affected. And if I select this statement again, so we are not going to have the row number 11 anymore. So that's how it works. So delete star from product category, and now delete from product category, where product category key equal to 11. Submit the assignment. All right. So we have covered the first phase of this data manipulation thing, which is pretty cool. Let me just check the timings. Yeah, it's half an hour over. So let's end this call, and we'll look for the another session in another part of the video. Thank you so much for watching this till the end. And if you like this video, just hit the big thumbs up button. If you are new to this channel, or if you haven't subscribed yet, just hit the subscribe button, and also press the bell icon to get the latest notifications. And I recommend you to complete this challenge as soon as possible before I submit the videos on my YouTube channel.